Welcome to Chatting the Pictures. My name is Cara Finnegan, and I'm a writer, teacher, and historian of photography.
And I'm Michael Shaw. I'm a writer, a psychologist, and also publisher of Reading the Pictures.
This photo of detained basketball star Brittney Griner has circulated widely. It's a telling example of the many cultural costs of Russia's war with Ukraine.
This photo was taken by Alexander Zemlianichenko for AP. It shows WNBA star Brittney Griner leaving a courtroom after a hearing in Khimki, Russia on Friday, May 13th. The two-time Olympic gold medalist and seven-time WNBA All-Star for the Phoenix Mercury has been detained since she arrived in Russia on February 17th. Griner, who plays for a Russian team in the offseason, is accused of possessing illegal drugs. Outside Russia, her detention is seen as retribution for Western support for Ukraine in the war against Russia.
One thing that makes this photo so compelling is the way that it condenses, I think, a key component of Griner's situation, and that is a lack of visibility and transparency. Her head is bowed, the hood is completely covering her face so that only her hair is showing. She's essentially hidden from our view the way she's largely been hidden from public view since being detained in February. Apparently, even her wife has not seen her. Apart from the images we've seen publicly circulating, they've only been able to exchange letters. And part of Griner's lack of visibility since her arrest has been because of the tenuousness of her situation. Her family, her supporters, the WNBA, and the US government have until relatively recently been keeping things quiet because they've been afraid of drawing too much attention when the international situation with Ukraine is so fragile.
This photograph was widely seen and it continues to be circulated widely, but I'm wondering if it's as much for the composition as it is for the prominence of the war or for Griner's celebrity. And I think you make a really good point about how her face is hidden both physically and then also creates a mystery around her mental and emotional state.
So we see her, she's chained by handcuffs to the guard behind her. And there's a man in the foreground on the right who initially appears only to be seen kind of from behind or from the side and is out of focus. If you look at the yellow plastic sign on the wall right next to Griner at the left, you can actually see the reflection of that man's face. You can see that he appears to have a stern gaze. He appears bald. And then you see also the dimmer reflection of what looks like another man behind her. So like the whole situation itself, these reflections aren't completely transparent. They're fuzzy and they're indistinct. And so there's a real kind of ominous quality to the photograph as well, as she's really kind of surrounded on all three sides by the institution of a state that has really turned her into a kind of political pawn.
That plutocratic gold of this marquee with nothing in the frame also suggests a lack of legal precedent or procedure, just a kind of authoritarianism in one snapshot. The other thing that drew me to this photograph is the way that Griner is holding her hands. The way we relate to professional athletes, and especially the basketball player, we're so used to seeing them demonstrate this incredible dexterity and agility and expression in their arms and their hands. So that her forearms and her hands are so cupped, the thumbs locked to the index fingers, is also really an odd and acute reflection of her loss of freedom.